The 1994 Canada 1-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a small, yet historically significant piece of Canadian numismatics. Though it might appear modest at first glance, this coin offers a glimpse into the economic, political, and cultural landscape of Canada in the mid-1990s. Struck in large quantities by the Royal Canadian Mint, this particular cent was part of the long-running penny series that eventually concluded in 2012 due to rising production costs and diminishing usage. On the obverse front of the 1994 Canadian 1-cent coin is the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Dora de Petrie-Hunt, a renowned Canadian sculptor. This portrait had been introduced in 1990 and shows the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem, facing right. Unlike earlier portraits, this design by de Petrie-Hunt was distinct for being the first by a Canadian artist and for portraying the Queen with a more mature and realistic facial expression. Encircling the portrait is the inscription Elizabeth II DG Regina, which stands for Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen. This reflects Canada's constitutional monarchy and ongoing ties to the British Crown, even in an increasingly multicultural and autonomous era for the country. The reverse back of the coin displays the iconic maple leaf twig, a national symbol of Canada, designed by G. Kruger Gray in 1937. This design had been in use for over half a century and is one of the most recognized Canadian coin motifs. The image depicts two conjoined maple leaves on a single stem, symbolizing unity and strength. Below this imagery, the denomination 1 cent is prominently displayed with 1994 inscribed below the leaf design, indicating the year of minting. Above the design is the word Canada. The font and layout remain consistent with earlier issues, reflecting the mint's commitment to design tradition and national identity. In terms of composition, the 1994 Canadian 1-cent coin was made of 98% copper, 1.75% zinc, and 0.25% tin, giving a distinctive reddish-brown color. This alloy, often referred to as bronze in numismatic terms, had been used for decades before Canada began experimenting with alternative metals in later years. The coin has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a thickness of 1.55 millimeters, and weighs approximately 2.5 grams. It has a plain edge, a common feature for low-denomination coins. This composition and size made it instantly recognizable and easy to handle in everyday use, even though inflation had by then eroded much of its purchasing power. The 1994 issue had a very high mintage, with well over 600 million coins produced at the Royal Canadian Mint's facilities. As a result, the coin is not rare in circulation and holds primarily sentimental or face value interest for collectors unless found in pristine, uncirculated, or proof-like condition. Proof-like and specimen sets were also issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, aimed at collectors who value high-quality strikes with mirror-like fields and sharp details. In these sets, the coin exhibits a brilliant finish and crisp details, making it visually superior to standard circulation strikes. Economically, the Canadian penny in 1994 had already been losing practical utility due to inflation. While it remained legal tender and essential for certain cash transactions, there was growing discourse surrounding the cost of production versus its face value. Discussions within government and economic circles about phasing out the coin had already begun, although the official withdrawal would not occur until 2012. From a broader economic standpoint, Canada was navigating a challenging era marked by deficit reduction, fiscal reforms, and increasing globalization, which influenced monetary policy and the practicality of coinage systems. Culturally, the coin reflects Canada's bilingual heritage, loyalty to the monarchy, and embrace of national symbolism like the maple leaf. Despite being a common item in everyday life, the 1-cent coin was a touchstone for national identity, appearing in everything from school piggy banks to nostalgic collections. It was also frequently used in art and education as a representation of Canadian currency and values. In numismatic terms, the 1994 Canada 1-cent coin has limited intrinsic value due to its large mintage and lack of precious metal content, but its historical value is more nuanced. Collectors might seek it as part of a complete date set of Canadian cents, or in high-grade examples certified by grading agencies. In MS Mint State grades, especially MS 65 and above, the coin can fetch a small premium due to eye appeal, especially if it has rich original luster, strong strikes, and minimal marks. In summary, the 1994 Canadian 1-cent coin may no longer be in active circulation, but it continues to tell the story of a country in economic transition, still holding tradition while moving toward a digital and increasingly post-coinage future. The coin is emblematic of Queen Elizabeth II's enduring presence on Commonwealth coinage, Canada's rich natural iconography, and the slow evolution of currency in a modernizing society. Though humble in face value, it holds timeless educational and historical value in the broader narrative of Canadian numismatics.